Hello and welcome to the English Language Channel. I am so happy you are here today.
Yes, welcome. This podcast is for people who are learning English. We speak slowly and clearly so you can follow along.
My name is Susan and this is my co-host Tom.
Hello everyone. It is lovely to meet you. Welcome to the show.
We are both British, so you will hear British English in this podcast. We use everyday words and phrases that British people use in real life.
That is right. Do not worry if some words are new to you. We will explain them as we go. You are doing a great job just by listening.
Today's topic is tell me about yourself. When you meet someone new, the first thing you do is introduce yourself. You talk about who you are.
Exactly. Today, Susan and I will introduce ourselves. We will talk about our names, our age, where we live, our work, our daily routine, and our hobbies.
We will use simple English and short sentences and point out useful phrases you can use too.
Sometimes we will ask you to pause and practice speaking. Are you ready?
Let us begin. Tom, shall we start with our names?
Yes, let us start. So my name is Tom. T-O-M, Tom. It is a short name, only 3 letters.
Great. Notice how Tom spelled his name, T-O-M. Spelling out your name is very useful when you meet someone new.
Yes. Sometimes people ask, how do you spell your name? You can answer by saying each letter slowly. Pause now and practice spelling your own name.
Good idea. Now, my name is Susan, S-U-S-A-N. Susan, it has 5 letters, S-U-S-A-N, Susan.
Susan. That is a lovely name. A very useful phrase is my name is. Let us say it slowly. My name is Tom. My name is Susan. Now say your name after that phrase.
Please pause now and practice. Say, my name is, and then say your name. Go ahead. We will wait for you.
Well done. Great work. Now let us talk about age. Susan, how old are you?
I am 34 years old. 34. Now notice how I said that. I am 34 years old. This is the most common way to say your age in English. I am plus your age plus years old.
Right. And I am 41 years old. 41. You can also say it a shorter way. You can just say, I am 41. Without the words years old. Both ways are correct.
That is a good tip. So you can say, I am 20 years old, or just, I am 20. Both are fine. Please pause now and say your age in English. I am years old. Go ahead.
Excellent. Now, let us talk about where we live. Susan, where do you live?
I live in London. I live in a part of London called Notting Hill. Notting Hill is in the west of London. It is a pretty area with colourful houses and a famous market called Portobello Market.
Oh, Notting Hill is beautiful. Notice the phrase Susan used. I live in. This is how you say where you live. I live in London. I live in Paris. I live in Tokyo.
Yes, exactly. I live in is a very useful phrase. Now, Tom, where do you live?
I live in London too, but in a different part. I live in Greenwich. Greenwich is in the southeast of London near the River Thames. It is a very historic area with a beautiful park called Greenwich Park.
Oh, yes, I love Greenwich Park. Pause and say where you live. I live in, and then your city or town.
Very good. Now let us talk about work. Susan, what do you do?
I am a teacher. I work in a primary school. A primary school is a school for young children. The children are between 5 and 11 years old. I teach English and maths. I really love my job.
That is wonderful. Notice how Susan said, I am a teacher. This is how we talk about our job in English. I am a and then the job. I am a doctor. I am a student.
Yes, another way to say it is I work as a teacher or I work in a school. All of these are correct. Tom, what do you do?
I am a chef. A chef, that is someone who cooks food in a restaurant or cafe. I work in a cafe in Greenwich. It is a small, friendly cafe. I cook breakfast and lunch every day. I love cooking. It is my passion.
A chef. That sounds wonderful. Pause the podcast and say your job in English. Say, I am a, or I work as a. Go ahead.
Brilliant. Now let us talk about our daily routine. A routine is what you do every day at the same time. Susan, what do you do in the morning?
My morning starts early. I wake up at 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. I get up and the first thing I do is make a cup of tea. In Britain, we love tea. A cup of tea in the morning is very important to us.
Ha! Yes, that is very British. I do the same. Notice the phrase Susan used. I wake up at 6 o'clock. Wake up is a very common phrase in English.
That is right. We also say get up, which means to get out of bed. So first I wake up, then I get up. After my tea, I shower, get dressed and have breakfast. I usually have toast and orange juice.
That sounds lovely. I wake up at 5:30 because I start work early. I make tea, get dressed and walk to the cafe. The streets are quiet and peaceful in the morning.
Now let us notice the time phrases we used. We say at plus the time, at 6 o'clock, at 5:30, at 9 in the morning.
Exactly. At plus the time. This is a very important little word. Please pause now and say what time you wake up in the morning. Say, I wake up at. Go ahead.
Excellent work. Now let us talk about the afternoon. Tom, what do you do in the afternoon?
In the afternoon, I finish work at about 2 o'clock. After work, I usually go to the market to buy fresh vegetables and meat. Then I come home and relax for a little while.
That sounds nice. I finish school at 3:30. After school, I walk home, make a cup of tea and sit down to read. It helps me relax after a busy day.
Notice the phrases after work and after school. We use after to say what happens when something finishes. We also use before for what happens first. Before work, Tom makes tea. After work, he goes to the market. Before and after are two very important words. Please pause and say one thing you do before work and one thing you do after work.
Well done. Now let us talk about the evening. What do you do in the evening, Tom?
Into the evening, I cook dinner. Because I am a chef, I enjoy cooking at home too. I usually cook something simple in the evening. Maybe pasta or soup or a nice stir-fry. Then I watch a little television and go to bed at about 10 o'clock.
That sounds like a lovely evening. In my evening, I cook dinner too. I am not as good a cook as Tom, but I try my best. After dinner, I sometimes call a friend on the phone. Then I read a little and I go to bed at about 10:30.
Notice that Susan said, I go to bed at about 10:30. The word about here means approximately. Not exactly 10:30, but around that time. We often say at about when the time is not exact, at about 7, at about 9:30.
Yes, at about is a very natural phrase. British people use it all the time. Please pause now and say what time you go to bed. Say, I go to bed at about. Go ahead.
Fantastic. You are really making great progress. Now, one of the most fun parts of talking about yourself is talking about your hobbies. A hobby is something you do in your free time because you enjoy it. Susan, What are your hobbies?
I have a few hobbies. My favourite is reading. I love reading every day, especially mystery novels. A mystery novel is a story about a crime where you have to guess who did it.
Oh, yes, mystery novels are great. I like those too.
I also love walking. At the weekends, I walk in Hyde Park, which is near my home. It is one of the most famous parks in London and very peaceful.
That sounds wonderful. Notice how Susan talked about hobbies. She said, "My favourite hobby is reading and I love reading." The word also means in addition. I like reading. I also like walking.
That is right. Also is a very useful word. Tom, what about your hobbies? What do you like to do in your free time?
My main hobby is cooking, but at home I like to bake. Baking is when you make bread, cakes and biscuits in an oven. I find baking very relaxing and love sharing what I make with friends.
Oh, I love it when Tom brings cake to the studio.
I also enjoy cycling at the weekends around Greenwich and along the river. London has many cycle paths. It is a great way to see the city.
Now let us practice talking about hobbies. You can say, my favourite hobby is I love, I enjoy, or I like. All of these show that something makes you happy.
Notice something about the grammar. After I love, I enjoy, and I like, we use a verb with ing. I love reading. I enjoy cycling. I like cooking.
That is a very good grammar point, Tom. Let me say that again slowly. I love reading. I enjoy cycling. I like cooking. Can you hear the ing at the end? Reading, cycling, cooking.
Now, please pause the podcast and tell us about your hobby. Say, my favourite hobby is, or I love, or I enjoy, and take your time. There is no rush.
Wonderful. Now let us do a quick summary. Tom, can you introduce yourself again using everything we talked about?
Of course. My name is Tom. T-O-M. I'm 41 years old. I live in Greenwich, southeast London. I am a chef and I work in a cafe. I wake up at 5:30. After work, I go to the market. In the evening, I cook dinner and watch television. I go to bed at about 10. My hobbies are baking and cycling.
Brilliant. Did you hear the key phrases? My name is, I am, I live in, I am a, I wake up at, I go to bed at. My hobbies are. These are the key phrases for today.
Now, Susan, can you introduce yourself too?
Yes, my name is Susan. S-U-S-A-N. I am 34 years old. I live in Notting Hill, West London. I am a teacher in a primary school. I wake up at 6 o'clock. After school, I walk home and read. In the evening, I cook dinner and go to bed at about 10:30. My favourite hobby is reading, and I also love walking in Hyde Park.
That was perfect. Now it is your turn. Pause the podcast and introduce yourself using the phrases we practiced. Talk about your name, age, where you live, your job, your routine, and your hobbies. Take as long as you need.
Welcome back. I am sure you did brilliantly. Remember, making mistakes is how we learn. Every time you practice, you get better.
Now let us go over the key phrases one more time. Listen and repeat after me if you can. My name is Tom. I am 41 years old. I live in London. I am a chef. I wake up at 5:30. My favourite hobby is baking.
Now my turn. Listen and repeat after me. My name is Susan. I am 34 years old. I live in Notting Hill. I am a teacher. I wake up at 6 o'clock. My favourite hobby is reading.
Those are all the phrases you need to introduce yourself in English. They are simple and very useful in real life. Use them when you meet a new colleague, classmate, or someone at a party.
Absolutely. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. What a great conversation we have had today, Tom.
It really has been. We covered how to say your name, your age, where you live, your job, your daily routine, and your hobbies. That is a lot of great English for one episode.
If you want to practice more, try writing a short paragraph about yourself in English. Use the phrases from today. Writing is a great way to remember new vocabulary.
You can also listen to this episode again. Each time you listen, you will understand a little more.
Thank you for listening to the English Language Channel today. Learning a new language is not easy, but you are doing it. That is something to be very proud of. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe so you never miss a new one. And if it was helpful, please leave us a review. It really helps other learners find us. Thank you for being here. Keep practicing, keep listening, and keep believing in yourself.
From me, Tom, and from Susan, goodbye for now. And we will see you in the next episode of the English Language Channel. Take care, everyone.